Hi there, I'm Brian, and with me is Nir and Sam, and we are Wizard Kitty, a 3D open world game where you play as a magical kitty in a mysterious world. So a study was taken in the US in 2011 saying that 91% of children in the United States between the ages of 2 and 17 play video games. And that number is only up, that number was up 11% from 2009 and has only gone up since then. And so the market's out there, and I'd like you to meet our market. This is one of our customers, Timmy. He's just a normal, everyday school kid. Loves going to school, loves reading, especially loves to read adventure stories. The one issue is that his parents are just a little too protective and don't let him do what he wants to do with those adventure stories that he reads. He gets inspired and wants to go out and explore the world, but his parents are afraid of stranger danger and don't want him to get lost out on his own, are afraid for his safety, so don't feel comfortable letting him adventure out. And then also they work late nights, so they don't have the ability to take him out on his own. However, when he comes home, he gets to go to the next best thing, Wizard Kitty. It combines two of his favorite things, adventuring and cats. And also, since his favorite book is Harry Potter, it also incorporates the wizard aspect. And so when he comes home, he gets to immerse himself in this magical world where he gets to play as a kitty that has a magical staff that lets him control different abilities, explore the different environments, and really escape kind of the reality of his living room, and let him go out and explore more options and really get really satisfy his desire to explore and find new things. And so here is just a quick demo of showing the different environments we have for Wizard Kitty, and some of the spells that you'll use will be used to combat the harsh environments. Others will be used to solve creative puzzles. And so that's just a quick trailer or teaser of what Wizard Kitty is looking like right now. Customer's journey. Okay, so what separates us from all the other games that are being made right now is that we plan on using Facebook ads to target children that are in the market, or in our target market. We also plan on using posts on Reddit and Unity and other social media websites. We have made some posts and are getting traction on websites like the Unity Forum and YouTube. Another strong point that Wizard Kitty would like to maintain is that we don't want any sort of hidden DLC or microtransactions that will allow kids to overcharge their parents for our game, or overcharge their parents' credit cards and without them knowing. That seems to be a big issue in mobile gaming right now, and we just don't want that to be an issue for parents to have to worry about. Another thing for parents with our game is that we plan to include challenging puzzles that will be solved with the spells in interesting ways. So for example, we have a fire spell that will be able to burn enemies, or it'll burn a tree to reveal a new way that you can enter. We also value our community feedback. With those posts on different forums, we plan on taking that feedback and implementing it into our game. And then once the game is completed, we plan on taking it onto Steam and selling it for a price of $10. Here's some other examples of indie games that have been successful in the past. These numbers are just the amount of copies sold of the game. So if at $10, it does get pretty big. Here are some, just to prove that we have the ability to create the game. Here are just some other games that we have worked on in the past. Here's some mobile games, and here's some more recent 3D games that we've worked on. And so now we would like to take it to the next step and make Wizard Kitty a 3D open world game for the kid seeking out adventure.
4 minutes, 28 seconds.
We have to have 5 fast feedback.
Yep.
Okay.
Fast feedback. Okay, so there's a lot to do here for this pitch. You're in a kind of a tough spot, because normally game pitches do sort of have that game demo, introduction to characters, like what the story of it is and why it's relevant and where it sort of stands out. So all of that, you kind of have pieces of that within that. that needs to be summarized and compressed a lot faster than you're delivering it.
Okay.
So
About
and-
the game itself?
yeah, it would be very. So normally, I'd always see game companies would always pitch like the game, and it's fine to tell me a story and a character and what the mission of the cat is or kitty, and blah blah blah. That stuff's fine.
Okay.
It just needs to be really compressed. It can't be your entire
Okay,
piece.
alright.
Validation of you can build other games before or straight after the game piece that could add some value as a developer studio. But effectively, you guys are a business that is a development studio for a particular game. So therefore, this is just one of your titles in that series, and the rest is missing. Like all the other normal pieces I'd expect to see are kind of missing. Where you kind of got some of them there, like there's big markets and things, but all of your numbers are all these like really ginormous, big generalized numbers. So I'll let Zach jump in with some feedback. But like 91% of kids play games. That took way too long to say.
Okay,
Right? I like it's perfect, but I don't. Everything else on that slide was like.
Got it, yeah.
So what?
Thanks. I think that would probably be hashed out if I had a script in front of me that I was kind of refreshing myself from. I think at one point I definitely was tripping over myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. That was okay. So the fact that you recovered and you carried on, that was fine. I wouldn't worry about that. That nobody gets lost in that, especially in the middle of a pitch. It's totally fine.
Okay.
You got a lot of other issues with this apart from not memorizing it.
Yeah, the structure to me is the bigger than the delivery.
Okay.
So I like the demo reel. I thought it looked like you cleaned that up a little bit from last
Yeah, I
time. You
put
made
it
it shorter.
up
So I
closer.
thought that was good. The customer journey, it's the same deal as.
We kind of wrote the customer journey.
Yeah, so what's interesting is between Grower and you guys, so if this were Techstars, there'd be a throwdown right now between the two of you because only one of you could use the, hi, meet so-and-so, he's our customer. And a little bit on yours as well, but yours is more of kind of a community.
Okay.
So if you are back-to-back somehow, it's gonna be not good for the second one. So that's why at Techstars we would force you to like throw it down and figure out who's gonna go with it. It's fine. There's bigger issues here. So
Yeah.
take out the customer journey. Don't annotate where you're at in the talk. Talk about how you're going to reach your potential customers. I mean,
Okay.
your customer journey. That's more about like how are we going to get in front of these people. For you guys, the kids aren't probably going to be buying it. It's going to be the parents.
Yeah.
So how are you going to market to the parents?
Yeah. Okay.
That this is like a better, safer, like
Alternative to.
yeah, more
Real world.
less evil game thingy than other choices that they can make.
Which, by the way, I loved as an idea. So I loved the idea of a game studio that would be flat fee for parents, even if it was on a monthly basis where you release titles where I know there isn't going to be all this downloadable content and other things. I liked that idea.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
a concept, I thought it was kind of cool.
So I would replace the various games that you have on your team slide with we are a game studio.
Okay.
We make money by producing these games. We do it by some sort of unique
Okay.
model. Here are the various other games that are in our studio. And I think that's the transition where you start talking about your business as a game studio. Here's what other game studios have been able to make with successful titles.
Alright, yeah,
That's the way I
that'd be
would,
a clear
would transition it.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta go.
Yep.
Does
Sorry.
the empathy story with Timmy work a little better now that
Yeah,
he's-
it's